try to put together one of these Malone trailers for the kayaks. So this is a model MPG 595, and you kind of see the picture there. But the very first thing that we need to do is they actually want you to get all the components together and kind of lay them out. So that's just exactly what we're gonna do. So one of the things I'm already seeing is that the plans don't have a good enough, they aren't close enough so that you can come in here and determine where these things are actually supposed to go. Which one's the front, which one's the back. So what I'm gonna do is kind of put part of this together, and I'm even looking at Malone's directions too. So we've already ran into one little thing. It really pertains to the wiring. Trying to get the wiring correctly. One of the things it's saying is up in the front to actually put a grommet in. I couldn't find a grommet. The cabling is so much. Also, there's some cable up here in the front. Do not know where that is going to. This is going to clip into the car, but I was able to get it all the way through here. I do not figure out where that all goes to, but I just don't know what those other pieces are up in the front. But the next part is we're going to bolt these two together, and then we'll carry on. Okay, so I feel a little bit more confident in this. I think our front is right. This right here should be fairly good. One of the things that we did do is we put in all of our holes all the way around. Each one of these trailers is going to be different, so it could be a little confusing. I was looking how the notches were for the side lights, and those look to be that they come in, and it's actually only one, so I think those will go in there just fine. That's where they will be. So we're good with this. I'm going to take I've got the bolts in all the way around. I'm going to take and square this out, and once I have it squared out, then I'll take and tighten it down a little bit more all the way. So I was trying to find an ingenious way to kind of make sure that that was square without having a second person here. So that's what I ended up doing. I got everything with a 90 degree there as quick as or as fast as I could, and just as best as I could. And then from there, after I just set it up, I put a level on it, kind of tighten it back. So that worked out pretty good. The instructions weren't that good, so I actually had to unbolt that center bar and then replace it into a position so that it fit where it needed to be. The thing to do is to measure where the bolt holes are in the kind of that shaft that's going to the car, and then place that center brace to that position. So with the trailer upside down, you can see the Malone is upside down. What we're going to do is now we're going to flip this so that it's going to lay on top of here.
So after I laid that in, all I did was place some bolts in and ratchet them down so that they were nice and tight, and check the squareness to make sure that it was right.
I think I have that about as straight as I can. Definitely have this tightened down. You see that kind of crimped there a little bit. But now we're gonna, I guess we'll set the rest of the tongue. So I've laid out how this is supposed to go. These up here will have a plate that will grab both of those.
There probably is a number of ways to put on this axle onto the leaf spring, but I just kind of worked from underneath and put the U-bolt in, brought it up, of course had a nut in my hand. I was able to tighten those down a little bit, put the next U-bolt in and do the same thing, and then tighten them down.
Okay, now that that is done, place these here. Now that's on. Now we're going to put the axle on. And I think we're probably going to call it quits for the day. We'll put the wheels on, flip it over, and that'll be it. So take it, put it in these notches here. So, not bad. The thing that I think I may do, if we kind of look at this, see how that's sloping down like that? I wonder if I back in, how much of the car I can get in with that down like that. Maybe something to just dink around with. But I do think this is as far as we're gonna go today. Hey, well, welcome back to the channel. This is the next day. We're gonna get ready to finish up our Malone Kayak trailer. This is the 15595. I don't want you to think this would take a couple days to do, although I've got a lot of things I need to put on it. And we probably still have another, 3 or 4 hours worth of work. But I'm just gonna get right at this and we can start working on finishing it up. So just taking a look at what all still needs to be taken care of. One, we've got to put the ball and hitch on. We've also got we have a roller that kind of keeps it up. I'm not sure what that's called. I've got the spare we've got to attach. We've got the box that goes in here. We've got all the electrical to set up, and then also the fenders to put on. So quite a bit of things to do. I think what we're going to do is start with the light assembly. in the back, and then we'll move on to the front. So our very first thing we're gonna do here is put this bracket on. And these are 9/16, and there's square head. We'll just kind of mirror this up here. So let's move on to putting this headlight in. And these are marked. These are LEDs here, so there's 3 wires. They are marked top, left, and then is you're going to feed this through. Of course, it'll feed through. Actually, I don't even think it will feed through. Nope, it doesn't feed through. It actually falls out the bottom. So then we'll take and just put these lights on. So there are these tiny clips, and there's quite a few of them. And there is one side, I don't know if you can see this, there's one side that kind of have fangs on it, and then the other side is just a clip. I'm going to put these on both sides. Our next step is to put the fenders on, and we've got 2 of the brackets, and then package, which is 11464. The screw side is going to go on the outside, and then of course you're going to probably do these at a little, each one will be different. We'll do one and then figure out what the others are. I'm just going to put this in. Okay, so what we're going to end up doing here, we're going to put on this assembly, and then there's the chains and the hook to here. So this should be pretty straightforward. It's just going to be nothing more than putting in this like this. Actually, it goes on the inside. Okay, now all of those are on. We're going to put a take the very last thing. I actually think where I'm going to put this is right there. So there you go. We got the trailer all hooked up. I actually went out and put one of the boats on here just to see how well it fit. We did notice that when we were traveling, because of the shape of these boats, they're not the plastic ones, the wood ones, it just doesn't sit very well in here. Not a big deal. Went over to the Harbor Freight, and I actually just took and purchased some of those mats that you sit on the floor that you can walk on. Purchased some ties and just tied those down. So it actually works really, really well. But we've had this out once and have been very pleased with it. It rides really nice. Don't have any complaints. It's very easy to pull behind. It's very easy to store. And it's just really what we've been looking for. So I'm happy with the trailer. So that's basically what $2,000 gets you in a trailer. All of these pieces, and it is a sturdy unit, very nice to pull behind your car. Thanks for watching. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please do so. Hit that thumbs up if you like the content. Turn on your post notifications to catch all the episodes of The Bucket List.